I used to think that love was a prize, something to win and keep in my eyes. I thought if it ended, I must have failed like a ship in a storm that had never quite sailed. But I'm looking back through the smoke and the haze at the beautiful mess of those earlier days, and I'm starting to see through the sting and the smart that you weren't a destination for my heart. You taught me how to open a door to parts of myself I hadn't seen before. You taught me that I could be soft, I could be brave, even when the water was a crashing wave. I learned what I wanted, I learned what I need, I learned how to blossom and I learned how to bleed. And though you aren't here to walk by my side, I'm grateful for every turn of the tide. It wasn't a waste and it wasn't a crime, it was just the way I spent that piece of time. A classroom of two under a flickering light, teaching us how to survive the night. Love was a lesson I had to learn, a bridge that was built just so it could burn, to show me the way to a different shore and teach me the things I was looking for. It's a hard kind of school and the tuition is high, but I'm walking away with my head held high. Yeah, love was a lesson, and I finally passed the test. I learned how to listen, I learned how to stay, I learned when it's better to just walk away. I learned that a forever can live in a month, and how to stand up after falling at once. I'm carrying the wisdom, I'm leaving the ache, I'm keeping the progress and leaving the mistake. You were the teacher I didn't know I had, through the good and the quiet and the terribly sad. Now when I meet someone new on the road, I won't be carrying such a heavy load, because I know the signs and I know the way, I know how to handle a rainy day. I'll thank you in silence for all that you gave, for the person you helped me finally save, the version of me that is standing here now with a peaceful heart and a clear, open brow. Love was a lesson I had to learn, a bridge that was built just so it could burn, to show me the way to a different shore and teach me the things I was looking for. It's a hard kind of school and the tuition is high, but I'm walking away with my head held high. Yeah, love was a lesson, and I finally passed the test. No more regrets, no more why me. I'm finally seeing what I needed to see. Class is over, the bell has rung, and a brand new song is being sung. Love was a lesson I had to learn, I'm walking away with my head held high. No more hello and no more why. Love was a lesson on, I've learned enough, I'm ready now to start again. I find again to start again.
The house is quiet, the sun is down, the city lights are glowing red. I'm wandering around this town, but I should be asleep in bed. I check the screen every minute or two, just to see if the signal is strong out. I'm looking for a message from you to tell me that I wasn't wrong. My battery is at 90%. I've got the charger plugged in the wall. I'm thinking about the words you sent before you decided to let it all fall. I see your name in my contact list. I almost hit the button to ring, but I know the person I truly miss wouldn't say a single thing. The silence is a heavy weight. The clock is ticking on the shelf. I'm sitting here by the gate, just talking to my lonely self. I'm waiting for a call that never comes, counting the beats of my fingers and thumbs, watching the screen for a flicker of a light in the middle of this long dark night. I know you're gone, I know we're through, but I'm still holding on to the thought of you. Yeah, I'm just a fool standing tall, waiting for a call. I remember how you used to phone just to tell me about your day. Now I'm sitting here all alone with so many things I wanna say. I wrote a text and I wiped it clean. It's better if I just stay quiet, but the space where your voice has been is starting a lonely riot. Maybe your phone is broken or lost. Maybe you're thinking of what it cost. Maybe you're staring at my name too, wondering what you're supposed to do. But the minutes turn into an hour, and the hope is starting to sour. I'm waiting for a ghost to speak, and my heart is getting tired and weak. I'm waiting for a call that never comes, counting the beats of my fingers and thumbs, watching the screen for a flicker of a light in the middle of this long dark night. I know you're gone, I know we're through, but I'm still holding on to the thought of you. Yeah, I'm just a fool standing tall, waiting for a call. Just one ring, just one hello. Give me a sign so I can let go. Tell me you're sorry, you tell me goodbye. Just don't leave me here to wonder why. The phone is cold, the night is old, and the truth is finally being told. I'm waiting for a call that never comes, watching the screen for a little light in the middle of the night. I know you're gone, I know we're through. I'm not a fool, I'm standing tall. I'm done waiting for a call. Putting the phone in the drawer, I'm not looking at it anymore. Good night, goodbye, goodbye. The sky turned gray at 9:30, and I've been staring at the line where the clouds meet the city street, and the puddles form beneath my feet. I'm safe inside, I'm warm and dry, but I'm watching the world start to cry. The glass is cold against my hand in a way I didn't quite plan. A single drop begins to slide with a dozen others by its side. They race each other down the pain like little rivers made of rain. I wonder where you're hiding now. If you're watching the trees begin to bow, are you dry or are you caught in the storm? Are you cold or is somebody keeping you warm? Tap, tap on the silver glass, waiting for the clouds to pass. One by one they blur the view. The way that I am losing you is just rain on the window, tears on my face, a lonely rhythm all over the place. I'm tracing circles in the steam, living in a washed out dream. The world is blurring, the light is low, and I've got nowhere left to go but sit here and listen to the sound of the rain hitting the ground. I remember how we used to stay under the covers on a day like today. We listen to the thunder roll and feel the peace inside our soul. Now the thunder is a lonely drum and the peace is hard to become. I'm just a witness to the gray, watching the color wash away. The street lights are starting to flicker on, reflected in the water until they're gone. I see 1,000 tiny lights in the middle of these rainy nights. It's a beautiful mess, it's a sad parade of all the choices that we made. I'll just stay here behind the glass and watch the stormy weather pass. It's just rain on the window, tears on my face, a lonely rhythm all over the place. I'm tracing circles in the steam, living in a washed out dream. The world is blurring, the light is low, and I've got nowhere left to go but sit here and listen to the sound of the rain hitting the ground. Wash the dust off the street, wash the bitter from the sweet. Let the water take the pain, let it all go down the drain. I'm waiting for the clouds to break, for the sake of my heartache. Just let it rain. Ooh. Just let it rain. It's just rain on the window, a lonely rhythm. The world is blurring, the light is low. I've got nowhere left to go, so I'll listen to the sound. Drip, drop, drip. The storm is slowing down, but I'm still here. Drip, drop, drip, drip. I'm sitting on the kitchen floor, staring at the wooden door. There's no more music, no more shoes, no more tell me all your news. The TV's off, the radio's dead. The silence is a sheet of lead, but inside of this chest of mine, a storm is breaking all the time. just humming in the dark, searching for a tiny spark. The clock is ticking on the wall, like a hammer in the hall. I never knew a room could be so filled with nothing I can see. I'm drowning in the lack of sound, while my mind is spinning round and round. Every memory is a shout, every light is going out. I'm trying hard to find some peace, but the noise will not release. It's an empty house and a loud, loud heart, tearing every quiet thought apart. The walls are still, the air is cold, but the story in my head is getting bold. I can hear the sorry, I can hear the stay, I can hear the things we didn't say in this empty house. My heart is the loudest thing. Into the bedroom late to see the ghost of our own fate. The pillows haven't moved an inch. I feel the static and the pinch. I'm screaming, help me in my mind, but the quiet is a different kind. It's a ringing in my ringing ears, mixed with all these silent tears. I try to turn the volume up, I crashed a saucer in a cup just to hear something besides the crashing of these inner tides. But the echoes only last a beat before they retreat into the heat, and I'm left with the boom and the thud of the blood moving through the mud. It's an empty house and a loud, loud heart, tearing every quiet thought apart. The walls are still, the air is cold, but the story in my head is getting bold. I can hear the sorry, I can hear the stay, I can hear the things we didn't say in this empty house. My heart is the loudest thing. Listen, can you hear the ache? Can you hear the way I start to break? It's a thunder in the hallway, it's a riot in the room, it's the sound of a love meeting its doom. It's so loud. It's an empty house and a loud, loud heart, tearing every quiet thought apart. The walls are still, the air is cold, but I'm finally letting the story be told. Just a house, just a heart, just me. It's midnight in the garden now. The house is dark and still I'm looking up at the silver
above the quiet hill. I know you're sleeping miles away in a bed I used to share. So I'm sending all my secrets up into the cold night air. I told the moon about your laugh and how you take your tea. I told the moon the way you felt when you were next to me. Asked the stars if they could see where you're hiding out tonight. If you're staring at the same big sky and looking at the light. There's no one here to answer back, no one here to stay. Just a man up in the moon, a million miles away. I'm talking to the moon tonight, underneath the pale white light, telling stories of a love we lost, counting up the heavy cost. I'm whispering your name so low, watching all the shadows grow. It's a lonely thing to do, talking to the moon about you. I told the clouds about the fight, the one that broke the glass. I watched them move across the dark and waited for the pain to pass. I told the wind to carry some of the words I should have said, but the wind just blew the autumn leaves around my heavy head. Maybe the moon will tell you soon in a dream while you're asleep that I'm holding on to every word and the promises we couldn't keep. Or maybe I'm just shouting out to a big and empty stone to keep myself from feeling like I'm truly all alone. And I'm talking to the moon tonight, underneath the pale white light, telling stories of a love we lost, counting up the heavy cost. I'm whispering your name so low, watching all the shadows grow. It's a lonely thing to do, talking to the moon about you. Are you looking up? Are you looking too? Is the moon telling me the truth about you? It's so quiet, it's so high, it's a big lonely mirror in the middle of the sky. I'm talking to the moon tonight, I'm telling stories of a love we lost, I'm whispering your name. It's a lonely thing to do. The moon is hiding, the sun is near, but I'm still standing, yeah.
I was cleaning out the closet space, moving boxes on the floor. I found a piece of flannel lace tucked behind the bedroom door. It's the blue one with the faded sleeves, the one you wore on rainy days. Now it's all that's left of what we believed in a million different ways. Picked it up and held it close, and for a second you were there. I I smell the coffee in the rose, and the winter in your hair. It still carries the shape of you in the shoulders and the chest, a ghost of everything we knew before we put the love to rest. It's just cotton and some thread, but it's heavy as a stone, lying here upon the bed while I'm sitting all alone. It's the shirt you left behind, playing tricks upon my mind, wrapped around me like a ghost, the thing that I still miss the most. I should throw it in the trash or burn it down to gray and ash, but I'm keeping it to be kind to the shirt you left behind. I thought about wearing it tonight, just to feel a little warm, to hide away from the lonely light and the coming of the storm. But I know that it's a hollow shell, and the person's gone for good. I'm living in a memory well, doing things I never should. I wonder if you're looking too for the things I left with you. Maybe a book or a silver ring or some other little thing. Do you hold them when it's late? Do you wonder about our fate? Or did you clear the closet clean like we were never even seen? It's the shirt you left behind, playing tricks upon my mind, wrapped around me like a ghost, the thing that I still miss the most. I should throw it in the trash or burn it down to gray and ash, but I'm keeping it to be kind to the shirt you left behind. It doesn't talk, it doesn't stay, it doesn't ask me how was my day. It's just a shadow on the chair, reminding me that you're not there. It's the shirt you left behind, playing tricks upon my mind, wrapped around me like a ghost. I won't throw it in the trash, I won't burn it into ash, I'll just leave it there to find the shirt you left behind. Blue and faded, soft and old, something for my heart to hold. Good night.
Found a box beneath the bed, full of all the things you said. Ink on paper yellow and old stories that we once both told. I'll love you forever. The first one says, written in those happy early days, but forever ended on a Tuesday night. Now these words don't feel quite right. My hands are shaking just a bit as I find the place where we will live. Your handwriting is sharp and fast, like you knew the love would never last. I read the lines about your dreams and how I was the one, it seems, but a promise on just a ghost, and I'm tired of being the lonely host. One by one I take them out, silencing the hope and silencing the doubt. The ink is dry, the heart is too. It's time to say goodbye to you. I'm tearing up the letters piece by piece, waiting for the quiet and the sweet release, watching all the words fall like winter snow on the cold hard floor of the life I know. Into halves and into quarters, into dust, burying the we and burying the trust. I'm tearing up the letters, setting myself free. There goes the one from our first trip. There goes the one where you lost your grip. There goes the poem you wrote for me when we sat together by the sea. It's just paper, it's just wood and glue. It's not the skin and it's not the you. The air in the room is getting light as I finish off the memories tonight. A pile of white on the wooden floor. I don't have to read them anymore. I don't have to wonder what you meant or where all the forever energy went. I'll put the pieces in a paper bag and leave behind the heavy, lonely drag. My desk is empty and my heart is clear. The ghost of your voice is no longer here. I'm tearing up the letters piece by piece, waiting for the quiet and the sweet release, watching all the words fall like winter snow on the cold hard floor of the life I know. Into halves and into quarters, into dust, burying the we and burying the trust. I'm tearing up the letters, setting myself free. I'm not angry, I'm not sad. I'm just taking back the peace I had. The story's over, the book is shut. I'm healing every single cut. I'm tearing up the letters, watching all the words fall into halves and into quarters, setting myself free. There's nothing left to read, nothing left to say, just a clean page for a brand new day.
I've been standing at the crossroads now for 1,000 years or more, looking back at the dusty path that leads to your front door. I know every rock and every tree on the way we used to go, but that road doesn't belong to me, and the weeds have started to grow. So I'm turning my back to the north, and I'm looking to the west. I'm putting all my memories forth to give my heart a rest. There's a little trail through the tall green grass that I never saw before. I'm gonna watch the shadows pass as I leave here evermore. It's not the way we planned it, it's not the way we knew, but I'm finally standing where the sky is clear and blue. I'm taking a different road today, walking the miles the other way. No more looking over my shoulder, no more feeling a century older. The path is narrow and the path is new, and it doesn't lead back home to you. Yeah, I'm on a different road, carrying a lighter load. I don't know where this one leads, and I don't know what I'll find, but I'm planting all the tiny seeds of the life I left behind. Maybe there's a river, maybe there's a sea, maybe there's a version of a happy me. I'm following the wind, I'm following the light, leaving the ghosts in the middle of the night. My shoes are warm, but my spirit's strong. I'm humming the notes of a brand new song. It's quiet out here, it's empty and white, but I got nothing left to hide. I'll walk until the stars come out without a worry or a doubt, because the road I'm on is finally mine, and I'm doing just fine. I'm taking a different road today, walking the miles the other way. No more looking over my shoulder, no more feeling a century older. The path is narrow and the path is new, and it doesn't lead back home to you. Yeah, I'm on a different road, carrying a lighter load. Step by step, mile by mile, I haven't felt this way in a long, long while. It's lonely, yes, but it's also free. Just the open road and me. I'm taking a different road today, walking the miles the other way. No more looking over my shoulder, no more feeling a century older. The path is narrow and the path is new, and I'm finally through. Left foot, right foot. Goodbye, old road. Hello, tomorrow.
built a castle out of crystal and light. We put it on a hill in the middle of the night. We thought it was solid, we thought it was real, something that time could never quite steal. But the wind blew cold and the foundation shook. I tried to hold on, but I lost my look, and the whole thing came down with a beautiful sound, spilling our future all over the ground. Now I'm standing here in the middle of the room, surrounded by the pieces in the center, your perfume. The sunlight is hitting the shards on the floor like 1,000 tiny diamonds I can't use anymore. I see our wedding in a jagged blue edge. I see the house with the white garden hedge, but they're broken in two and they're sharp to the touch. I didn't think a dream could hurt quite this much. Every reflection is a memory of you, sparkling and cold and perfectly blue. I wanna pick them up, I wanna make them whole, but the edges are cut in the skin of my soul. I'm walking through broken glass dreams tonight, watching the colors catch the pale moonlight. A million little pieces of the life we planned, slipping like water right through my hand. It's a beautiful mess, it's a dangerous sea of everything you promised that you'd be to me. Yeah, I'm lost in these broken glass dreams, tearing at the seams. I tried to glue the forever back in place, but I couldn't find the part with your smiling face. The more that I try to fix what we had, the more that the silence makes me feel sad. It's better to leave them right where they lie, underneath the weight of this dark, heavy sky, because you can't put a mirror back after it breaks without seeing the lines of 1,000 mistakes. So I'll walk out the door and I'll leave it behind, the shattered remains of the us in my mind. I'll wear my thick boots so I don't feel the sting of every forgotten and broken off thing. The room will be empty, the light will be gone, and the glass will stay quiet from now until dawn. I'm trading the sparkle for something that's plain, and leaving the beauty to wash in the rain. I'm walking through broken glass dreams tonight, watching the colors catch the pale moonlight. A million little pieces of the life we planned, slipping like water right through my hand. It's a beautiful mess, it's a dangerous sea of everything you promised that you'd be to me. Yeah, I'm lost in these broken glass dreams, tearing at the seams, tearing at the seams, tearing at the seams. Crackle and crunch, the sound of the end. I'm losing a lover, I'm losing a friend. Let it stay broken, let it stay small. I'm tired of waiting for the pieces to fall. It's already fallen. I'm walking through broken glass dreams, a million little pieces. It's a beautiful mess, it's a dangerous sea, and I'm finally setting them free. Step cracks, don't look back. Broken, broken, broken.
I'm sitting on the porch tonight, watching my breath in the silver light. The fire in the hearth is turned to gray, like the fire that we had yesterday. I touch my chest, but I can't feel a beat. Just a winter where there used to be heat. The ice is forming on the edge of the glass, watching the frozen hours pass. I told myself I wouldn't feel the sting. I told myself I'd forget everything. I turned the lock and I turned the key to keep the you away from the me. I become a statue, I become a stone, living in a castle made of bone. But even a mountain can start to melt when it remembers how it once felt. Yeah. The wind is biting, the air is thin. I'm trying to keep the winter in, but something is breaking, something is deep, and I have a promise I cannot keep. I've got a cold, cold heart and warm, warm tears falling for the first time in 1,000 years. Everything inside is frozen and blue, but these tears are burning with the memory of you. A river of fire on a face made of snow, where the pain and the water begin to flow. Yeah, it's a cold, cold heart and warm, warm tears. They slide down my cheek like a summer rain, reminding me that I can still feel the pain. I thought I was empty, I thought I was dry, but the salt in my eyes is starting to cry. It's the only part of me that's still alive, the only part of us that managed to survive this heat in the dark, this spark in the frost, searching for everything that we lost. The ground is wide and the sky is black, and I know that you aren't coming back. But as long as these tears are still feeling the heat, I know that my heart hasn't missed its last beat. I'll let them fall until the morning is bright and the ice starts to break in the early light. I'm going out one drop at a time, trying to find a reason or a rhyme. I've got a cold, cold heart and warm, warm tears falling for the first time in 1,000 years. Everything inside is frozen in blue, but these tears are burning with the memory of you. A river of fire on a face made of snow, where the pain and the water begin to flow. Yeah, it's a cold, cold heart and warm, warm tears. Burn through the winter, burn through the night, bring back the color, bring back the light. I don't wanna be frozen, I don't wanna be still. I'm fighting the fire, I'm fighting the wind. I've got a cold heart and warm, warm tears falling for the first time in all these years. Everything's frozen and everything's blue, but I'm finally crying for you. The ice is breaking, the river is wide. I'm finally feeling something inside. Warm tears, warm tears.
I looked in the mirror this morning. The sun was a line on the wall. I didn't feel the usual warning that I was about to fall. The corners of my mouth felt light. For the first time in a year, I wasn't bracing for a fight or holding back a tear. I walked past a child in the street, chasing a red balloon. The air felt soft and the air felt sweet, like a long-lost favorite tune. I felt a ripple, I felt a change deep inside my chest. It felt a little bit new and strange, like a heart that's had a rest. It isn't a laugh, it isn't a shout. It's just a little light coming out from the dark and from the cold. A story that's ready to be told. I'm just learning how to smile again, learning how to let the sunlight in. It's a slow road, it's a long way to get back to a happy day. But I'm trying and I'm breathing, and the heavy clouds are leaving. Yeah, I'm learning how to smile, just for a little while. I saw a flower in the dirt, pushing through the gray. It didn't look like it was hurt by the rain of yesterday. I thought if that small green thing could find a way to grow, maybe I could learn to sing and let the old grief go. My face feels a little bit tight, like a door that's been shut fast. But I'm stepping out into the light and letting go of the past. I'm practicing the way it feels to be okay today, the way a broken spirit heals when the shadows move away. I'm just learning how to smile again, learning how to let the sunlight in. It's a slow road, it's a long way to get back to a happy day. But I'm trying and I'm breathing, and the heavy clouds are leaving. Yeah, I'm learning how to smile, just slow but a little full. It's okay to be happy, it's okay to be fine. It's okay to take back what was always mine. I'm not forgetting, I'm just moving on into the beauty of a brand new dawn. I'm just learning how to smile again, learning how to let the sunlight in. It's a slow road, it's a long way, but I'm finally okay. I'm finally becoming me. One smile, two smiles, three. I'm finally becoming me.
I'm standing at the edge of the street where the city and the silence finally meet. I've carried your memory like a heavy stone. I'm tired of being this kind of alone. The sun is dipping below the dark line, and I'm taking back everything that is mine. The keys in my pocket, the breath in my chest. It's time to give all of these ghosts a rest. We've said it 100 times before, in the kitchen, the hall, and the open door. But those were just see you laters in disguise, hidden behind all the maybe and lies. But this one is different, this one is deep. It's a promise I'm finally going to keep. No more what ifs, or could we have tried? The fire has officially quietly died. The wind is cold, the moon is new. I'm taking a breath that doesn't include you. One last look at the way we were, a beautiful, blurry, distant blur. This is the last goodbye underneath the heavy violet sky. I'm letting the string go, watching it fly. No more hello and no more why. It's not a tragedy, it's not a defeat. It's just a circle that's finally complete. Yeah, this is the last goodbye. I won't check the news, I won't ask around. I'm leaving your name on this hollow ground. If I see you again in a year or 10, I won't be the person I was back then. I'll just be a stranger with a polite smile, who hasn't thought of you for a very long while. That's the goal and that's the plan, to be a whole and a happy man. I'm turning around and I'm walking away into the gray of a brand new day. The weight on my shoulders is starting to lift as I give myself this final hard gift. I'm closing the door and I'm locking it tight. I'm stepping out of the shadow and light. I'm thankful for what we once used to be, but I'm more thankful that I am now free. This is the last goodbye underneath the heavy violet sky. I'm letting the string go, watching it fly. No more hello and no more why. It's not a tragedy, it's not a defeat. It's just a circle that's finally complete. Yeah, this is the last goodbye. Goodbye to the laughter, goodbye to the pain, goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the rain. It's finished, it's over, it's done. I've already won. This is the last goodbye. The light in the string gone. No more love, no more why. It's not a tragedy, it's not a defeat. It's just a circle that's finally complete. Yeah, this is the last goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye,
The sun is low and the blinds are drawn, but I can't tell if it's dusk or dawn. There's a shape on the wall by the closet door, a silhouette stretching across the floor. I know it's just the light through the tree, but it looks like the way you used to look at me. I turn my head and the image is gone, but the feeling of you keeps lingering on. I sit in the chair where you used to read, giving the silence the space that it needs. But the corner of the room is a little too dark, waiting for a word or a tiny spark. I see a movement in the edge of my side, a ghost of a movement in the middle of the night. It's just the curtains, it's just the wind, but I'm waiting for the us to begin again. They don't make a sound, they don't leave a trace, but I see your ghost in every single space. Every corner, every line is a memory I can't quite resign. I'm living with shadows in the room, wrapped in a quiet silver gloom. Everywhere I look I see a trace of you, in the gray, in the black, in the midnight blue. They don't go away when I turn on the light, they just hide in the edges of my fading sight. Yeah, I'm dancing with the shadows in the room. I tried to move the furniture around, to change the view and to change the sound. I moved the bed and I painted the wall, but the shadows still gather in the back of the hall. They're in the kitchen where we used to talk, they're on the sidewalk where we used to walk. You're not here, but you're everywhere, like a heavy weight in the empty air. Sometimes I talk to the dark on the floor, ask it if it's seen you, or if there's any more of the love that we had, or the lives that we led, before the words were all finally said. But the shadow just grows and the shadow just stays, a permanent part of these lonely days. I'm a prisoner here in a house of glass, watching the ghosts of our history pass. I'm living with shadows in the room, wrapped in a quiet silver gloom. Everywhere I look I see a trace of you, in the gray, in the black, in the midnight blue. They don't go away when I turn on the light, they just hide in the edges of my fading sight. Yeah, I'm dancing with the shadows in the room.
I've been following your footprints for so long, singing the verses of your favorite song. I used to ask you which way I should turn, waiting for lessons I was supposed to learn. But the day I woke up and the air was still, I looked at the valley and I looked at the hill. And for the first time in 1,000 years, I didn't see the path through a veil of tears.
I put on my shoes and I stepped outside, with no more secrets and nowhere to hide. I didn't turn left where we used to go, to the little cafe that we both used to know. I turned to the right, toward the open sky, and I didn't even stop to wonder why. The ground felt solid and the ground felt new, and it didn't feel like it belonged to you.
One step,
two steps into the light, leaving the safety of the lonely night. I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit small, but I'm finally learning how to stand up tall. I'm finding my own way, slow and sweet, with the rhythm of the world beneath my feet. No more maps that you drew for me. I'm sailing out on a brand new sea. It's a quiet road and a long distance run, but I'm finally walking toward my own sun. Yeah, I'm finding my own way. Finding my own way.
I stopped by the river to watch the flow, and I thought about the me from a year ago. She was so tired and she was so lost, counting the pennies and counting the cost. But the woman I am in the afternoon sun is finally glad that the waiting is done. I'm picking the flowers that I like to see. I'm making a home inside of me.
It's a different kind of quiet, a different kind of calm, like a cooling rain on a burning palm. I don't need a hand to show me the door. I don't need a ghost to tell me the score. I'm writing the map as I go along, and I'm finding the words to my own new song. It's a beautiful thing to be slightly astray, and finally finding my way. I'm finding my own way, slow and sweet, with the rhythm of the world beneath my feet. No more maps that you drew for me. I'm sailing out on a brand new sea. It's a quiet road and a long distance run, but I'm finally walking toward my own sun. Yeah, I'm finding my own way. Finding my own way. I'm not lost, I'm just exploring. The old life was quiet, the new life is soaring. I'm the captain, I'm the guide, with the whole wide world on my side. I'm finding my own way, slow and sweet, on my maps that you drew for me. I'm finally walking toward my own sun. I'm okay, I'm on my way, my own way. clear the boxes off the rug. I took your picture from the wall. I gave my heart a little tug and told it not to feel so small. The windows are open, the air is new. I'm washing the scent of the old from the blue. I bought some flowers, the yellow kind, to leave the gray and the dark behind. I went to the store and I bought one steak. I didn't cry for a heaven's sake. I sat on the porch and I watched the sun and realized the ending has just begun. I'm making a list of the things I like. Maybe I'll go for a ride on my bike. I'm finding the me that I lost in the us, leaving the ghosts and the bones in the dust. It's a little bit scary, it's a little bit strange to stand in the middle of all of this change. But the door is wide open and I'm standing tall, waiting for something new to call. I'm starting over, starting again, finding out where the story begins. I'm drawing a line in the shifting sand, taking my future back into my hand. The road is long and the road is wide, but I'm not looking for a place to hide. Yeah, I'm starting over again. I tried a new path on my morning run. I'm learning to bask in the warmth of the sun. I don't check the phone every time it rings. I'm looking at all of these beautiful things. The coffee tastes better, the music is clear. I'm letting go of the doubt and the fear. I might get lost and I might feel a sting, but I'm ready for whatever the morning will bring. I saw my reflection in a shop window pane, and I didn't see someone lost in the rain. I saw a person with light in their eyes, ready to reach for the blue of the skies. I'm not the same as I was yesterday. The heavy old version has melted away. I'm a work in progress, a brand new start with a little more room in my healing heart. I'm starting over, starting again, finding out where the story begins. I'm drawing a line in the shifting sand, taking my future back into my hand. The road is long and the road is wide, but I'm not looking for a place to hide. Yeah, starting over again. One step forward, two steps back. No, I'm staying on the original track. The past is a book, the past is a play, and I'm living in the light of a brand new day. I'm free, I'm me, and that's all I need to be.
Streetlights flicker one by one. Another day without the sun. I'm breathing out a cloud of white into the belly of the night. My hands are shoved inside my coat. There's a heavy feeling in my throat. I used to have a hand to hold to keep away the biting cold. Past the park where we used to sit. The bench is dark, the lamps are lit. I see my shadow on the wall, looking long and looking tall, but it's just one shadow, thin and gray. The other one has gone away. I'm counting steps to pass the time, trying to make the rhythm rhyme. Left barefoot, right foot down the street. The sound of my own lonely feet. No one talking, no one there. Just the stillness in the air. I'm walking alone at night, underneath the yellow light, searching for a ghost I know in the places we used to go. The city's quiet, the city's deep. The rest of the world is fast asleep, but I'm still moving, I'm still upright, walking alone at night. I see a couple across the road, sharing the weight of a heavy load. They're laughing soft and walking slow, with nowhere special they need to go. I look away and I speed my pace. I don't want them to see my face. I don't want to be the sad one now, but I don't remember the happy how. I've walked 5 miles and I'm almost home, a king inside a hollow dome. The moon is following me back across the pavement in the crack. I'll reach the door and turn the key to a house that's waiting just for me. But for now I'll take the longest way to keep the morning light at bay. I'm walking alone at night, underneath the yellow light, searching for a ghost I know in the places we used to go. The city's quiet, the city's deep. The rest of the world is fast asleep, but I'm still moving, I'm still upright, walking alone at night. Is anybody watching? Is anybody there? Does anyone notice the empty air? I'm a ghost in the city, I'm a leaf in the wind, trying to find where my life begins. Just one step, then another. I'm walking alone at night, searching for a ghost I know. The city's quiet, the city's deep. The rest of the world is fast asleep. I'm still moving, I'm doing alright, walking alone at night. One more block, one more light, I'll be home before it's bright. It's only 2 syllables, 7 small marks, but it feels like a mouthful of lightning and sparks. I used to say it like a song in my sleep, a promise I was desperate and happy to keep. But now when I try to let the air through my teeth, I can feel the cold metal of the armor beneath. I start with the letter, but I choke on the rest, like a lead-weighted anchor is pinned to my chest. My mother asked about you just the other night. I had to turn my face to the shadow and light. I tried to reply, I tried to be brave, but your name felt like digging a fresh, narrow grave. I coughed and I sputtered, I looked at the floor. I couldn't get past the first letter no more. It's a linguistic mountain, a verbal design that I can't seem to climb without losing my mind. It used to be water
difficult to say your name. Like a mouthful of salt, like a mouthful of flame. It's a knot in my throat that I can't quite undo. A wall made of bricks that were given by you. I'm whispering, darling, I'm whispering, hey. But the name that I loved is a world away. It's just so difficult, so damn difficult. I see it in the contacts, I see it on the mail, and my face turns a sudden and ghostly white pale. I tried to rename you, don't answer or gone, but the original ghost is still lingering on. Every time I hear a stranger call out to a friend and they use those same letters, I start to descend. I flinch like a soldier, I duck from the sound of your name, hidden hard on the cold city ground. Maybe if I practice, maybe if I try, I can say without feeling the need to go cry. Maybe if I shout it at the top of my lungs, I can burn off the poison that's coating our tongues. But the air in the room is too thick and too still, and I'm losing the battle and losing the will to give you the power of a sound in the air when the person I knew isn't even still there. Why is it so difficult to say your name? Like a mouthful of salt, like a mouthful of flame. It's a knot in my throat that I can't quite undo. A wall made of bricks that were given by you. I'm whispering, darling, I'm whispering, hey. But the name that I loved is a world away. It's just so difficult, so damn difficult. I'm biting my tongue till it starts to bleed. Is this the silence that you really need? I'm choking on vowels, I'm drowning in consonants, searching for logic in all of these nonsense. I can't say it, I won't say it. I'll bury the sound where the sun doesn't stay. It's so difficult to say your name. It's a knot in my throat that I can't quite undo. I'm whispering nothing, I'm whispering none, because the name that I loved is finally done. I'll just call you him, I'll just call you her, I'll just call you the way that we once were.
It's been 7 days since you walked away, and the house went quiet and the sky went gray. I put a mark on the kitchen wall to track the summer and to track the fall. Monday was heavy and Tuesday was long. Wednesday I tried to sing a new song, but the rhythm is off and the words are dry, and I'm still waiting for the sun to get high. Two weeks later and the grass has grown. I'm learning how to live on my own. I don't check the clock like I used to do, to see if it's time to be heading to you. The mornings are cold, but the coffee is hot. I'm trying to be happy with what I've got, but the calendar's staring me right in the face. A slow motion runner in a long distance race. One sun up, one sun down, walking through this lonely town. The numbers grow, the pages turn as I wait for my heart to unlearn. I'm counting the days, I'm marking the time, trying to find a reason or a rhyme. Since you left, the clock's been slow, waiting for the me I used to know. It's been 20, it's been 30, it's been more since I saw your shadow by the door. Yeah, I'm just counting the days, counting the days. They say it takes a month to break a habit, but my heart is a stone and I can't quite grab it. I still reach for my phone at 10:30. Then I remember I'm not yours again. I saw a leaf turn brown on the tree. It's been 50 days since you looked at me. The seasons are changing, the air is thin, and I'm waiting for my life to begin. Will I still be counting when it's been a year? Will I still be wishing that you were here? Or will the number just fade away into the light of a better day? I'm at 65 and I'm doing okay. The pain is a little bit further away, but I still know exactly how long it's been since I lost my lover and my best friend. I'm counting the days, I'm marking the time, trying to find a reason or a rhyme. Since you left, the clock's been slow, waiting for the me I used to know. It's been 20, it's been 30, it's been more since I saw your shadow by the door. Yeah, I'm just counting the days. Tick-tock goes the clock on the wall. I'm standing up, I'm learning to crawl. One day closer to feeling just fine. One day closer to drawing the line. I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm counting the days, I'm marking the time. The clock is moving even if it's slow. I'm letting you and the memory go. It's been 90 days since you hit the floor, and I'm not counting anymore. Day 91, the counting is done. The sun is coming out.
I walked down to the coffee shop, the one where we used to go. I saw a girl with your golden hair standing in the second row. My heart jumped up inside my chest. I almost called out your name, but she turned around and looked at me, and she didn't look the same. I went to the park on Sunday to watch the kids and the trees. I saw a shadow against the fence and I fell down to my knees. I thought I saw your perfect smile just for a second or two, but it was just a trick of the light. It wasn't really you. It happens in the morning, it happens late at night. Everywhere I look, you're just within my sight. I still see your face in the crowd, I still hear your voice way too loud. And every stranger passing by, and every cloud across the sky, I'm looking for a ghost I can't replace. Everywhere I go, I still see your face. I saw you in a moving car. I see you in the bathroom glass when I'm looking at myself. I see you in the old pictures sitting on the wooden shelf. I wish my eyes would tell the truth and help me move along, but they keep searching for the us and where it all went wrong. I see your eyes in the ocean blue, I see your skin in the sand. I keep reaching out my fingers to try and hold your hand. I still see your face in the crowd, I still hear your voice way too loud. And every stranger passing by, and every cloud across the sky, I'm looking for a ghost I can't replace. Everywhere I go, I still see your face. When does it stop? When does it end? When will my heart start to mend? I wanna look forward, I wanna be free, but you're the only thing that I ever see. I still see your face in the crowd, I still hear your voice way too loud. And every stranger passing by, and every cloud across the sky, I'm looking for a ghost I can't replace. Everywhere I go, I still see your face. I see you in the stars, I see you in the rain, I see you in the dark, I see you in the pain. Everywhere, everywhere, I still see your face.
Took a walk down by the shore to the place where we were once before. The sun was setting orange and gold, the same old story that we once told. I found a stick and I started to trace the lines of your name in our favorite place. The letters were big and the letters were deep, the secret that the coastline was going to keep. That's the memory that I love the most. We promised the world and we promised the stars before we knew about the distance and scars. But the tide is coming, I see it moving to wash away where the us have been. It starts at the bottom, it starts with the eye underneath the purple and pink of the sky. The water is cool and the water is salt. It's nobody's reason, it's nobody's fault. It's just the way that the seasons go, the higher the tide and the steady low. I wrote your name in the sand today, watch the ocean wash it away. A beautiful line, a beautiful sound, lost in the water and the shells on the ground. I'm letting the waves take the memory of you into the deep and the dark and the blue. Yeah, I wrote your name in the sand, then I let go of your hand. The O and the U were starting to fade. the end of the promise that we both made. It looked so smooth, like nothing was there, just the smell of the salt in the evening air. I thought I'd be sad to see it all go, but there's a peace in the rhythm and flow. The beach is a canvas, the beach is a start, and I'm clearing the space inside of my heart. I'll leave one more footprint before I leave, something for the seagulls to believe. I'm walking away from the edge of the sea, back to the person I'm supposed to be. Oh, you were a summer, you were alive, but I'm heading home to the cool of the night. The sand is clean and the sand is new, and I'm finally finished with thinking of you. I wrote your name in the sand today and watched the ocean wash it away. A beautiful line, a beautiful sound, lost in the water and the shells on the ground. I'm letting the waves take the memory of you into the deep and the dark and the blue. Yeah, I wrote your name in the sand, then I let go of your hand. The ocean doesn't miss the shore, the waves don't ask for any more. They just come and they just go, they only do what they already know. I'm like the tide, I'm like the sea, I'm washing the you away from me. Watch the ocean wash it away. A beautiful light, a beautiful sound, lost in the water. No